December 21st, 1939, 6:47 a.m. Simo Häyhä, 34 years old, lies motionless in the snow near the Kola River in eastern Finland. He's been in this exact position for 3 hours. The temperature is 43 degrees below zero. His fingers are numb. His breath creates no visible vapor. He's learned to breathe slowly through cloth to avoid giving away his position. Through his rifle's iron sights, he watches a Soviet soldier 450 yards away stepping out from behind a tree. The Soviet soldier drops. That's kill number 219. It's been 21 days since the war started. In 79 more days, Simo will have 505 confirmed sniper kills, the most in military history, all with a Finnish M 28-30 rifle with no telescopic sight, just iron sights and patience. The Soviets will call him the White Death. They'll send entire counter-sniper teams to hunt him. They'll launch artillery strikes on his suspected positions. They'll offer rewards for his death. None of it will work. This is the story of the deadliest sniper who ever lived, a 5-foot 3-inch Finnish farmer who became the Soviet Army's worst nightmare, a man who killed an average of 5 soldiers per day for 100 days straight in temperatures that froze rifle bolts solid, and who survived being shot in the face with an exploding bullet. November 30th, 1939. The Soviet Union invades Finland with 760,000 soldiers, 3,000 tanks, and 3,800 aircraft. Finland's entire military, 180,000 soldiers, no tanks, 114 aircraft, most obsolete. Joseph Stalin expects the war to last 2 weeks. Soviet generals are told to pack dress uniforms for the victory parade in Helsinki. The odds are absurd. The Soviet Union has 30 times Finland's population, unlimited resources, the world's largest army fresh from victories in Poland and the Baltic states. But Stalin and his generals make one catastrophic miscalculation. They don't understand Finnish terrain, and they definitely don't understand Finnish soldiers. Finland in winter is hell on earth. Temperatures drop to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit regularly. Snow is 4 feet deep. Forests are so dense that armored vehicles can only move on roads. Lakes freeze solid enough to march armies across. Finnish soldiers grew up in this environment, hunting, skiing, surviving winters that kill unprepared people in hours. Soviet soldiers came from Ukraine, Central Asia, Siberia. Most had never seen snow this deep. Their officers were terrified of Stalin's purges and unwilling to make independent decisions. Their tactics assumed they'd fight on open ground with armor support. Simo Häyhä was a farmer from the village of Rautjärvi near the Soviet border, 5 feet 3 inches tall, quiet, unassuming. He hunted elk and moose for food. He competed in shooting competitions. He was good, but not exceptional. When the war started, Simo was assigned to the 6th Company of the Finnish 34th Infantry Regiment. His job, reconnaissance and sniping. He brought his own rifle, a Finnish M 28-30, a modified Mosin Nagant. He'd fired this specific rifle thousands of times. He knew exactly how it behaved in cold weather, how wind affected bullets, where it hit at every range from 100 to 500 yards. His regiment defended the Kola River, a critical position protecting the road to central Finland. If the Soviets broke through Kola, they could split Finland in half. The Soviet 9th and 14th Armies, over 160,000 soldiers, attacked this sector. The Finnish defenders, 4,000 men. The Soviets expected to overrun Kola in days. They didn't account for Simo Häyhä. Simo's technique was brutally simple and impossibly difficult. Most snipers use telescopic sights, magnification, crosshairs. Simo refused them. Why? 3 reasons. First, telescopic sights create glare. Sunlight reflecting off the lens glass can give away your position. In snow-covered terrain with low sun angles, glare is a death sentence. Second, telescopic sights require you to raise your head higher to see through them. Higher head means larger target profile. Third, in -40 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures, telescopic sight lenses fog up from your breath and eye moisture. They freeze, they crack. Iron sights never fail. Simo's method. He'd arrive at his position before dawn, dig a small depression in the snow, just deep enough to lower his profile. He'd pack snow in front of his position so muzzle blast wouldn't kick up powder and reveal his location. He kept snow in his mouth to cool his breath and prevent vapor clouds. He wore all-white winter camouflage. He moved slowly, no sudden movements. He waited. Soviet soldiers would advance, officers, commissars, machine gunners, regular infantry. Simo would pick his target, usually officers or machine gunners, high-value targets whose death disrupted Soviet operations. 1 shot, 1 kill, then absolute stillness for 20 to 30 minutes. The Soviets would panic. Who shot? Where from? They'd spray bullets randomly into the forest. Artillery might bombard suspected sniper positions. Simo would remain motionless, waiting, sometimes for hours. Then another shot. Another Soviet soldier dead. The psychological effect was devastating. Soviet soldiers advanced, knowing an invisible killer was watching. Any moment, a bullet could hit you. You wouldn't hear the shot. You wouldn't see the shooter. You'd just drop dead. Soviet officers wrote in reports, "Enemy sniper activity is destroying morale. Soldiers refuse to leave cover. Officers are being killed at alarming rates." Simo's kill count climbed rapidly. 10 kills in his first 3 days, 50 kills by 2 weeks, 100 kills by 1 month, each kill confirmed by his company commander or witnessed by other soldiers. The Finnish military was meticulous about verification. Simo's 505 confirmed kills don't include probables or unconfirmed kills, just the ones with certainty. His actual kill count is probably closer to 800 when including machine gun kills and unconfirmed sniper kills. The Soviets sent counter-sniper teams to hunt him. Experienced marksmen with scoped rifles, they'd study Finnish positions, looking for the sniper killing their officers. Simo killed them too. The Soviets tried artillery bombardment. They'd fire at suspected sniper positions for hours, flatten entire forest sections. Simo would relocate before the barrage arrived. He understood Soviet artillery patterns. He'd move during the chaos, find a new position, resume killing. By January 1940, the Soviets were offering rewards for information leading to the death of the Finnish sniper they'd started calling the White Death. Finnish intelligence intercepted Soviet communications. Officers discussing the sniper. Some reports claiming he wasn't one man, but multiple snipers working together. The idea that one Finnish farmer could kill hundreds of Soviet soldiers seemed impossible. But it was one man, and he wasn't done. February 1940. Simo's kill count exceeds 400. The Soviets are desperate to stop him. They try new tactics. They bring in elite snipers from Moscow and Leningrad, men with pre-war Olympic shooting experience. They have the best equipment, scoped rifles, spotting scopes, support teams. They study the Kola sector carefully. They identify likely positions Simo might use. They wait. Simo kills several of them. The problem for Soviet counter-snipers is they're looking for someone using their tactics. They expect a sniper with a scoped rifle taking long-range shots from elevated positions. Simo doesn't follow those patterns. He uses iron sights at medium range, 200 to 400 yards. He positions himself lower than expected. He moves unpredictably. Soviet officers are dying faster than they can be replaced. Junior officers are terrified of being promoted because officers have the highest mortality rate. One Soviet battalion commander writes in his diary, "How does one fight an enemy you cannot see? My men shoot at ghosts. The Finnish sniper shoots at us." The cold becomes the Soviets' worst enemy. Soviet supply lines are overstretched. Soldiers don't have proper winter clothing. Frostbite is epidemic. Men freeze to death in their foxholes. Finnish soldiers like Simo grew up in this climate. They know how to survive, how to keep weapons functioning, how to move through deep snow on skis. Soviet soldiers struggle to walk. Their rifles freeze. Their tanks won't start. They're dying from cold as much as from bullets. Finnish forces use Matti tactics, surrounding Soviet units and cutting them off. Soviet columns on roads are ambushed, encircled, destroyed. Simo provides overwatch during these operations. He kills Soviet officers trying to organize breakouts. He kills machine gunners providing cover. He systematically dismantles Soviet command and control. February 17th, 1940. Soviet commanders make a decision. If they can't kill the White Death with snipers or artillery, they'll kill him with overwhelming force. They plan a massive assault on the Kola sector. Thousands of soldiers, armor support, artillery preparation. They'll advance regardless of casualties and overrun every Finnish position. If the White Death is there, he'll die with the rest of the Finnish defenders. February 20th. The assault begins. Thousands of Soviet soldiers advance under artillery cover. Simo keeps shooting. 5 kills on February 20th, 7 kills on February 21st, 9 kills on February 22nd. His company holds the line. The Soviet assault stalls in the deep snow and Finnish defensive fire. March 6th, 1940. The last day of fighting before the ceasefire. Simo has killed 505 Soviet soldiers with his rifle. His total, including machine gun kills, approaches 800. He survived 100 days of continuous combat in the deadliest winter war in history. And then his luck runs out. March 6th, 1940. Afternoon. Simo is in his position near the Kola River. He doesn't know the war will end in a few days. Finland and the Soviet Union are negotiating a ceasefire, but soldiers on the front lines know nothing about it. A Soviet soldier, regular infantry, not a trained sniper, sees something, a shape in the snow that doesn't look quite right. Maybe a glint, maybe movement. He fires. The bullet, a 7.62 by 54 millimeter round, likely with a soft point or exploding tip, hits Simo in the left side of his face. The bullet enters through his left cheek, destroys his jaw, exits through his left cheek on the opposite side. It takes away most of his lower jaw and 25 teeth. Simo's squad mates find him minutes later. He's unconscious, massive facial trauma, blood everywhere. They assume he's dead or dying. They carry him back to the aid station anyway. The Finnish field surgeon examines Simo. The damage is catastrophic. His jaw is gone. The wound is through and through, which paradoxically might have saved him. The bullet didn't lodge in his skull or sever major arteries, but nobody survives this kind of facial trauma in 1940. No antibiotics. limited surgical capabilities. The risk of infection is 100%. The surgeon does what he can, stops the bleeding, cleans the wound, administers what painkillers they have. He doesn't expect Simo to survive the night. 1 day passes, Simo's still alive. 2 days, still alive. 3 days, still alive. March 13th, 1940. The Winter War ends. Finland signs a peace treaty with the Soviet Union, ceding 11% of its territory but maintaining independence. Simo Häyhä has been unconscious for 7 days. March 13th, 1940. Evening? The exact same day, the war ends. Simo wakes up.